I Am Legend, not me, this book and movie, which start the same, with our protagonist Robert Neville alone in a big city with just his dog for company after having lost his family in the middle of a huge plague. He's safe by day. He's constantly under attack at night. The book takes place in 1976 Los Angeles. The movie takes place in present-day New York City. In the book, he's just a survivor of this massive plague, which turns people into vampires. In the movie, he's a doctor, and he stayed behind because his only way out exploded with his family in it. And he's a doctor, and he's stayed behind to try and study the infected and find a cure. In the book, these plague victims are undead vampires, and they are lucid. They are capable of cognitive thought. They know his name, and they try to summon him from the outside. They call his name. The women try to seduce him outside. And the proof that his theory is correct, that they're vampires, is the fact that his house is festooned with garlic at every window and door. In the movie, these plague victims. They're just living sick people with all the signs and symptoms of an extreme form of rabies. Their hair is all fallen out. They're extremely light sensitive. And they're definitely not lucid. They're very, very crazy. And on a side note, based on symptoms like that, and the source being nocturnal animals such as bats and raccoons, rabies makes the perfect explanation for vampirism back during the Dark Ages before, medicine was modernized. Just some food for thought. Anyway, the movie also throws in a deer hunting scene that was not in the book to add a little desolate affect, that there could be deer in the middle of New York City and that could be taken out by a pack of lions. The movie and the book both include Robert's chance meeting with the fellow survivor, Anna. In the movie, she's just another, still living human being. And she happens upon him just as he's figured out a cure for this super rabies. At the same time, the rest of the rabid people have found where he's hiding, and they're trying to bash down the wall and do whatever they do to their victims. And he becomes legend by giving his research to her and seeing her off before he blows the whole place up and takes himself out along with all those rabid people. In the book, it ends with that chance meeting with the stranger, and she turns out to be a vampire in disguise with a little self-tanning lotion. And she catches him off guard. She stuffs him full of pills and throws him out to the rest of the vampires. And it ends there with now he becomes legend, and it's totally up to our imaginations as to how. Was he stuffed full of pills that were the cure? Was he stuffed full of cyanide to poison them all to death and finally set them all free? It's up to our imaginations, and that is a legend. Alright, thank you for watching. Stay tuned next week for another game I want to play. And a game that is as close as I will ever get to 50 Shades of Grey. See me next weekend for Gerald's Game.